It says currently waiting for Darren, Rita.
All right, we're live. Hit that shit. Feel free to dance. Feel free to bob.
This is a
Welcome to the dtalks podcast. Yeah. Yes, welcome to the dtalks pod where we don't know what the hell is going on. Yeah, welcome to the dtalks podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. We're here. We're doing the theme. McKenna's with us behind the camera, behind the scenes, playing the intro, getting us off right. I'm here. I'm excited. I'm excited to be back. But first of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been subscribing, liking the videos, checking out the stuff we have here on the channel, as well as streaming the music, because one of my most recent song, Different Cities, just passed over 10,000 streams the other day. So just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's been checking it out and streaming it. Exactly, yeah, thank you. You can keep that on for a minute because you're probably gonna need it for the intro. But just want to say thank you guys for real. I really appreciate it. But aside from that, I just wanted to make sure that you guys are all doing well and tell you that I'm pumped to be entertaining you again this week for the 120th week in a row. So I'm excited to be here. I feel very pleasured. Not pleasured. What would be a good word? I feel very privileged to be the host of this show that gets to talk with you guys all the time. And if you're new here and you're like, what is this guy talking about? We got tons of music, podcasts, and comedy that we do on this channel, that we showcase here on this channel. And so if you're new here, do consider subscribing, because we got a whole lot of that going on around here, trying to make it to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. And I think we can do it. Now, before I introduce you guys my guest this week, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about car insurance. These days, it seems as if we're able to do more and more from home. So while you're at home, why are you saving money on your car insurance? Your hometown agency, Kenosha Auto Insurance, has specialized for literal years in simple, hassle-free car insurance, using the latest in touch-free technology to help you and your family get the best rates. So what are you waiting for? Give them a call at 262-448-4141. That's 448-4141. The website is kenoshains.com. It's linked down below in the description. And one last time, that's 262-448-4141. Give them a call. Tell them Rita or dtalks sent you. The worst that could happen is you will get the best rates. We've helped a lot of people get really good car insurance through them. So give them a call and let me know if you do, because I'm excited to hopefully get you some better car insurance. Now, with all that out of the way, I'm pumped to introduce you guys to my guest this week. I should say reintroduce you guys, kick it with, because at this point she's a veteran. Yeah. She's been here, I think we were looking at it before the show. She might be the most regular guest on the show at this point. She's a friend of mine who's had several of her blog postings be published by the Mighty. She also dabbles in the YouTube sphere as well, and she is recently beginning production and starting her own new podcast, Sad Girl Next Door. So let's give a wet dtalks welcome to Tay Hagemann. There's clap track. It's there. I heard it play.
Myself,
well, how are you? First off, you're back.
I'm back.
This is number 4.
4. Yeah, this is 4.
So we got to make this 4 times as crazy, 4 times as great, 4 times as big.
I think we can manage that.
I mean, you drove what, 5 hours to get here?
God, yeah, that was awful.
So this has we gotta make it worth that drive.
We do. I mean, no, I don't live 5 hours away, but still, it's just where I was and had
What were you doing? You doing any interesting extracurricular activities? 5 hours away from here.
My dad lives up north, so okay. I was on vacation. I'm like, I'm gonna go see my dad because I'm too poor to go anywhere else.
Okay, that's fair. I feel that.
Yeah. I want to go to New Orleans, but can't afford that. I got to go up north. You
steering clear of what do you do when you're up north? I feel like there's sometimes in Wisconsin, we got some drug issues in Wisconsin. We got some drug issues in Wisconsin. So I feel like people get bored and they just dabble into that. So is that what was going on here on the street?
No, my drug that happens in Whitewater.
That happens in Whitewater.
That happens in Whitewater. No, I was just when I go up north, it just depends. Hang out with my dad. Yeah. Walk the dogs.
See, you're making me look like a wild ass person.
Yeah,
for
hold
asking
on.
that
I was
question.
getting there. You interrupted me.
Okay. Because there's a reason I asked that question.
Yeah,
specifically.
partying with the cocaine dealer, that's fun.
Yeah, so there you go. There was the payoff that I was looking for. For people wondering, why is this dude asking such an out-of-pocket question like that? Why
there's
the fuck?
There's a big drug problem up there.
I wouldn't be surprised to hear cocaine either, but I would, I know like heroin and meth is really bad in a lot of rural Wisconsin and
Janesville.
rural areas. Yeah, that's
heroin's really bad in Janesville, is what
but
I've heard.
the reason I brought it up jokingly was because before we went live, you'd mentioned that you were partying with a cocaine dealer. What does that entail? How did you find yourself in this situation?
Oh, I was at a bar yesterday with my dad, and there was this really nice lady there, and she was really drunk, and me and her just started dancing to ABBA. You are the dancing queen. I can't sing, so it's fine. But we just started dancing, and then this morning, I figured out that she likes cocaine.
Okay.
I was like, oh, cool. I didn't do any.
Did you get a sense from her, and maybe the dance moves that she was doing specifically?
I don't know. I was twirling her around. I was like, yay. Yeah, we were just dancing together. My dad got a video of it. It was fun.
So you don't, I'm trying to think, what kind of dance moves would you anticipate a coke dealer to have? Was she good? Was she a good dancer then?
From what I can remember, I was drunk.
Okay.
2 nights in a row. So that's what I do when I'm up there. I drink.
You think she was on coke, or you think she doesn't mess with her own? She's not gonna get high on her own.
She was
supply?
definitely drunk yesterday, but she was cool.
Okay.
She was really cool.
That's good. That's fun.
She was really cool. I liked her a lot.
Doing cocaine, doing some twirls, hanging out at the bar. Is this a safe bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
My stepmom works there.
That's fair. Okay.
I love it there.
That's fair. Well, that's good then. I'm glad to hear it. We've got Deborah Freeman in the comments. Says happy Monday. I will see you guys next week. We cannot wait, Deborah. We got Crank TV. My boy says D Money. What's up, my boy? We are here, dude. I'm just happy to be living and be breathing here on the show. Now, aside from hanging with someone who is selling and distributing cocaine, when you go on an adventure like that, 5 hours, is that something that like, is there a lot of planning that goes into something like that? Last week I was talking with my homie Jonathan. He travels a lot, more like travels to more exciting places than Wisconsin. I only travel in state because I'm, again, like you said, poor. So you mentioned that you were driving 5 hours. What kind of preparation goes into that? You just sending it and being like, Dad, I'm gonna come see you?
I have to give my dad some notice because my dad's an airline pilot, so he could be gone. So I definitely gave my dad like a month's notice, like, hey, I have vacation, I'm just gonna come up and see you. I just drive up there, and then we just take it day by day. Like, hey, do you want to go get some coffee?
So he won't take you on a flight? Like, he couldn't take you somewhere? You couldn't be like, yo, we can...
I don't get free flying benefits anymore because I'm not in college.
Damn.
Yeah, which is fine.
He can't just put you up there with him though in the cockpit? You guys just hang?
No.
There's got to be space up there,
There's
no
two
way they're
people flying a plane.
There's no way they're flying the whole time though. They definitely answer texts. How fucked up would that be? Can you answer? You get service on a plane, right?
No.
Kind of. You get Wi-Fi, so you can do iMessage, right?
Yeah, but you have to pay for that shitty ass Wi-Fi.
The pilot's got fucking iMessage, bro. He's got that Wi-Fi.
I don't.
They're giving it to him, bro. Does he got a cool pin?
My dad?
Yeah, does he got a little pin? I
think so. I think so.
That's pretty sick, dude. I mean,
my dad's been a pilot for a really long time.
Damn. So I'd imagine he likes it then.
Except when they sent him to Africa.
Oh shit.
He went to Africa like. Whoa.
He didn't like it?
No.
Oh.
You can't leave the hotel.
Okay, that's scary.
Yeah,
that's
my dad's gone to some very scary places. Africa is one of them. He went to Nigeria.
Is Nigeria in Africa?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say Africa's a continent. So
yeah, so he went to Africa.
He went to Nigeria.
He went to Nigeria specifically.
But that it's just the way you phrase it seemed like it was a separate time, so I was confused.
No. Okay, yeah. So he went to Nigeria not too long ago, and then my dad's been to Romania. He said that was really scary, and then my dad's definitely been to Israel, and Israel is just fucked up in itself. So
Interesting. I'm not. I'm ignorant on certain issues in all of those countries, so I wouldn't have much insight into that. But that is interesting. I wonder. So you've never gone. There's no like bring your daughter to work day those that fly planes?
I feel like I've definitely been on a flight before that he's flown. But I was very young at that point. I've been flying for a very long time. They all just meshed together at one point.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I need to be more well traveled because at this point I remember each of the flights because I've only been on 4. So.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's not
Yeah,
been many.
I have been flying for. How old am I?
You are
23.
23. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been flying for 23 years.
Wow.
Yep. So.
That's nuts. You know what? I saw a horse today. It's totally off topic, but
I have 2 horses at my mom's house.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. What? Wow. Damn. Are they pretty domesticated? Can you pet them and hang out with them, or they
Yes,
not like being touched?
You can touch the
Do you
horses.
ride them?
I don't. Hell no. I fell off a horse when I was like 7. I
So you
don't
don't
get
ride
on them anymore.
You don't like riding horses then?
No.
I mean, something about riding a horse. I feel like that is.
Didn't you just ride a
It's
horse
majestic.
for a music
I
video?
did. Yeah. I was terrified, but we didn't really ride it. I didn't get going fast or anything, but I was on it and we were moving. Like we were on a light jog.
Yeah.
There's something majestic about it. I'm surprised you're not into that at all. You're not into that.
No. I've never been into that.
What are the horses' names? Trying to paint a picture in my head right
Vegas and Beckett, I think. My mom didn't name them. I don't know.
now. Oh, Vegas is a sick name for a horse.
Yeah, Vegas is cool. I don't know.
Picturing like a black stallion.
No,
No,
Vegas is a
yeah.
paint.
Oh,
Yeah, she's. Yeah, but
I don't even know what that means. What does a paint mean?
I don't know. It has different colors.
It's got multiple like.
Yeah, like
okay.
patches. You know, like
That's fair.
most paints that I have come across, they're named patches. You know, just because like it's dumb like that.
Yeah, I was on a ride. I was checking out some issues with my car because my car's gonna blow up one of these days, and
I work at a car dealership. I can help you out with that problem.
maybe I don't know if they'd take it. They probably turn me away. I think it's like a suicide bombing mission or something with the way this car sounds. It's not good. It's not
Ugh.
safe. But so my dad and I were looking at it. We go for a drive, and we pull over just so he wants to hear something while it's running, and we're by this fence, and this fucking. For a second, I was like, "Oh, shit's about to go down, dude." There's just this little wooden fence, and this horse just comes booking it across this field all the way over to us. And it was like, got over there, and it was like the cutest shit ever. Started acting like a dog, basically. It was like trying to just scratching the ground, and he was like, come over and hang out with me. And so we just fed it a couple of little flower things, and then gave it a little pat, and it went on its way. But it was just interesting, and it made me think, what would you rather have? What would you rather face in a life or death, I guess, battle?
A
Horse or 2 pigs?
Oh,
like
God.
2 big, burly pigs.
Like a pink pig, or are you talking about like a warthog?
No, like a pink pig. The warthog would be unfair. The thing would fuck you up.
Oh man, but so would a pig though. Those
I'm
things.
saying, so I was thinking 2 pigs or a horse, and both of them, obviously, neither one of those animals are like gonna be the aggressor, like would come at you in a normal situation. But we're saying like, pretend this is like a some version of dog fighting, but it's you versus the horse and or the pigs. You get to choose who your opponent is. So they're like jacking it up with like hormones and shit, getting it angry so it wants to fight you. Who would you rather
When
fight?
he said jacking it up, I was like, wait a minute, where is this going?
No, yeah, no.
No, but probably a horse, because pigs, Yeah.
How would you fight the horse? How would you dismantle it?
Probably just bonk it in the head and see what happens.
Because we're saying I'm
know.
picturing like a octagon, maybe.
I feel like if like horses are fighting, I feel like they'd be like a giraffe. You know, like when giraffes get mad at each other, they start hitting each other and with their own heads. I feel like I could just headbutt a horse and it'd be like, what the hell? And then maybe just sweep the leg and push it over.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. How do horses get back up? I've never seen a horse get back up.
Have 4 legs. I don't know.
I mean, I've
They
seen
just
them lay
use
down,
one
but I've
leg.
never seen them get back up. So maybe they don't.
They do.
So I think if you took
Yeah, horses don't sleep standing up. They actually sleep laying down.
No, I know that, but I've never
no,
I've
some
never
people
seen them
think-
get back up. Though.
Some people think that horses sleep standing up.
That would
and I'm
take
like-
some fucking discipline, bro.
And I'm like, that's dumb as shit. Who came up with that?
Deborah says horse. She would take the horse because pigs eat all of you except the teeth.
That's what I was going to say.
That's pretty scary. The only thing is with a pig, I do feel like they're like, because they got no, like, there's no, like, arms for them to do shit with. There's no, like their legs are like tiny, stubby little things.
Yeah, but if they get on top of you, they're just gonna like, you know.
I know, but it'd have to get on top of me though. That's the thing. So I don't know what I would choose. I would probably.
But you said this was a really big pig, so it could probably knock you over.
Yeah, but it's 2 of them. I specifically said 2. So
Tag
I'm thinking
team.
I could get on one and use him to fight the other one, but I don't know. Maybe
You can
if
do
it's a big
anything
enough
if you
pig.
set your mind to it.
I don't know. It was just an interesting thought I had today. Do you ever go to the zoo? Speaking
Yeah,
of
I love
animals,
the zoo.
You do love the zoo?
I do love the zoo. I haven't been to the zoo in such a long time. Last time I went to the zoo, I was in Tacoma, Washington.
See, I have
Is the horse on
is
cocaine?
the horse and cocaine is what my fishing says. Oh man. See, I have mixed feelings on zoos because I just feel like the animals should I feel like in one hand the animals are fucking spoiled, but on the other hand they also should maybe be out in the wild. I don't know. I go back and forth on it.
I think it depends on the situation that the animal came to the zoo in, you know?
That's true.
Like if this animal was like injured and it came to the zoo and then they're like doing like a whole rehabilitation thing, then yeah, I can see that. You know,
that's
I went
fair.
to an aquarium recently. Isn't that like a zoo but just with water?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So you know, I went to the aquarium.
Which one? The Shed?
Yeah.
In Chicago?
I was in Chicago.
It's cool. I haven't been there in a long time, but I think it's
It
cool.
was it was an aquarium, and aquariums and aquariums and aquarium.
I wish there were sharks at them, like bigger ones, but there aren't. That's what when I was little, I was under the assumption that when we went, that there was going to be like a very big shark, and then when I went, I was very disappointed that there wasn't. But
That's what
speaking of the zoo and like animals and especially fighting them,
Yep.
I have this issue where whenever I go to the zoo or if anything to do with Animal Planet is on, I like think to myself like if I had to fight this animal one-on-one, could I take it?
What kind of animal are you talking about?
Just
now?
anything.
Any
Like
animal?
we watched this National Geographic thing on Disney Plus a while back, and there was like what was it like water bison or no not water wait it was like it was bison or something in Canada, or maybe Yellowstone.
It was in Yellowstone, like
Yeah, it was-
talking about all the animals in
Bison, yeah.
Yellowstone.
Yeah. It was animals in Yellowstone, and so it would like go between all the different ones and how they interacted, and certain ones killing other ones and things like that, and I don't know. I always think about, so the same thing at the zoo. I'm like, there are certain ones where I'm like, maybe I could do it, and then there's other ones where I'm like, no, I definitely could. I never say no though. Like there's never one that I think I can't take, which is maybe a problem.
I saw
got-
Pete's on there, and literally when you were saying that you were gonna fight an animal, I was literally thinking kangaroo versus Darren, and then he just typed it. So I'm like,
P. Dizzy
wow.
says I went there I went there the other month and it was fun. Oh, Yellowstone. Oh, and Kangaroo Jack versus D. Rita. Who
No,
you
he was
got?
talking about the aquarium.
Oh, the Shed. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Shed is cool. I feel like it's cool. Kangaroo Jack or D. Rita.
I'm sorry, but kangaroos, man, those things.
I saw a dude sock a kangaroo right in the face in this video because his dog was gonna get jumped.
Yeah, I saw
And that kangaroo, I mean, he was mad. He flexed up on him after, but like he just took that hit.
You want to know
so
what's scarier than a
makes me pretty
kangaroo?
confident. What?
A koala.
They'll fuck you up. Don't they like?
They'll fuck you up.
They're not very fast though, right?
That's
or that's sloths.
That's sloth.
Sloths will fuck you
Same
up
thing.
too, though.
Both
if they
of
catch
them will
you.
fuck you up. My mom said my mom went to Australia, right? My mom's been everywhere. She was a flight attendant. You know, we had that conversation last time. But she
Wow,
was
that makes
telling
way
me.
more sense though. Now that I know your dad is a pilot, that she would be. Okay.
That's how
wow.
they met, I think.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't
Wow.
want to talk about them.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
I'm in a good mood today. But my mom was talking about how she was holding I almost had a kangaroo, a koala,
Yeah.
and it was like high.
Like it looked high. Or
No,
she-
like it was like eating something. What do they eat? Do they eat the eucalyptus stuff? Yeah, and that makes them high. And
you
then
can get high on eucalyptus.
no,
Like
the
essential-
koala can.
It's like an essential oil.
Dude, I don't know.
Well, you can't really consume essential oils, so maybe.
Yeah, but it's a koala. It's an animal. They can do things that we can't.
That's
You
fair.
know?
We can do things they can't. Though.
Exactly. Like we have thumbs.
I just wanted to make that clear
Yeah.
so that they didn't get the idea that they were maybe
you know, they could like.
strong. They could overtake us or something. So
You and I are on the
I
same
needed to
page
make
today.
it clear right there when you said that.
But my mom's like, yeah, so this thing was like high, and I'm holding it, and the guy, like I don't know if she was at a zoo or like a wildlife refuge or wherever she was at, but she's like, yeah, if he wasn't like eating this eucalyptus, he'd be really angry that you're holding him right now.
Damn. So he was just mellowed out.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I wonder what would happen if like a gorilla or something like was on acid or something then. Like what would happen?
I feel like a gorilla would act like a human on acid.
How fucking wild would that be? He just started speaking fluent Spanish. Like just a huge gorilla, man. That would be crazy. I will say I don't know whose job is it to catch gorillas? That job sounds terrifying.
Like in the wild?
Yeah, like with I mean, I'm sure now, maybe, hopefully, zoo, like the way that they acquire animals into the zoo is probably much more humane than it was at one time.
Yeah.
But at one point in time, like, they had to just like dispatch a unit to go like catch us a fucking gorilla.
Like the guy from Tarzan.
Yeah, like that dude. Like, is somebody like that having to go out there and find a gorilla with a couple of homies? Like, that sounds terrifying to me.
Like poaching.
Yeah, they'll I mean, just imagine
That's exactly what it is, Darren.
Just
it's
imagine
poaching.
you get caught though. Like he catches like the gorilla or like he pulls up with a couple. Because like imagine like 4 guys could probably handle one gorilla, but imagine if that gorilla isn't like it gets onto it, or one of his guys has a vantage point up a little bit higher, and he's able to tip his guy off, and now they got a team. Now it's 2 on 4. I don't think you stand much of a chance.
Dude, a gorilla will probably rip you apart.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I would not want that job.
I feel like any animal could rip you apart. I feel like my cat could rip me apart if she got pissed off.
Well,
enough.
if she wanted to eat you,
She would have already.
and was large enough, she would.
Oh, like if like you die and like maybe you're like a crazy cat lady, have all these cats, they'll eat you.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, no, they're like pigs.
Yeah, that's kind of the sad part about cat. Well, I mean, not all cat. I feel like, no, yeah, they would. They don't care. They care, but they don't. They care, but they don't.
My cat's
Cats show
an
it.
ass.
But your cat probably loves you.
My cat loves me.
Yeah.
But my cat doesn't like anybody else. She liked Brendan, but that was it.
Well, that'll happen,
That's the only other person she's really been around, though. So, I mean.
So maybe, it's 2 for 2. So
I try. My sister comes over, and my sister is like, Penelope, come here. We call her Pee-Pee for some reason.
That's a wild ass name.
Penelope or Pee-Pee?
No, Penelope's fine. Pee-Pee. It's not okay as a fucking animal's name.
Her name's Penelope, but for short, we call her Pee-Pee.
This video's gonna get taken off YouTube, bro. We can't be naming
She
things.
has 2 P's in her name,
Oh, I
Darren.
thought you were about to say something else, bro. When you saw she has a. I was
Wait,
like, whoa.
wait, I can't spell. Hold on.
No, I just the way that.
Yeah, there are 2 P's in Penelope. I had to spell it out in my head first.
Yeah,
so we
no,
call
there
her
are.
Pee-Pee, and my sister's like, Pee-Pee, come here.
God, that's terrible. That's a
And
terrible
the
name.
cat just starts like hissing
Well, that's
at
why
her.
the fucking cat hates people, dude. It's fucking people are calling it a fucking genital all the time, walking around yelling genitals at it. That's.
I have a friend named Carter, right? And he came to my old apartment to hang out with me one day before I moved, because I moved. And my cat would not come out of the closet. She would not come out of the closet. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's fine. I was really excited for him to meet my cat.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got her, whatever. Well, fast forward a few months, the day I got my tattoo, he came with me to get my tattoo, and I brought him over to my house.
Yeah.
Before we went back to Whitewater where he lives. My cat hates that man with every bone in her body.
Hissing and everything.
So much. She went in the closet, right? And I said, oh, Penelope, come here. She started hissing at me, started hissing at him, started scratching. Like, she doesn't do that to me anymore.
Damn.
I don't know if he smells bad or what.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, she's just in shell shock, just embarrassed. Like, she didn't know people were coming over. You didn't let her know, and just caught her off guard,
She didn't even like Nick, and Nick was like the last guy that I was seeing. Like, she didn't even like him.
I mean, sometimes I had roommates once. I used to get kind of a mood when people would be over and I didn't know people were coming over.
Hi,
so maybe
me.
maybe that was the cat. Maybe that was the cat.
I used to do that all the time to you guys. I used to come over and like, you're like, hey, and you're like, what are you doing?
Well, I
here?
know we had the door was unlocked for a time because
You lost the key.
The roommates lost keys, so I couldn't use my key because then they would have to climb in through the balcony, so that would not be good.
And I just would walk in.
Yeah, that's fair. We've got now. I asked people this on Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, you're listening to this or watching this, you can follow me at Darren __Rita over there. You can just look up Darren Rita, it'll come up. But and you can participate in these same kind of polls that I've been doing, trying to start this up for the podcast, kind of do something fun. So this week I asked, what is the let's see, worst place to go for a first date and why? Right, so let's hear what some people had to say. I know you responded to this. We'll get to that. We'll get to that after. We've got first one is Ohio.
You want to know what's worse than Ohio? Indiana.
Indiana? Oh, really?
Who the fuck would take someone to Ohio? I feel bad for that person.
Ohio or Indiana. I haven't been to either, I don't think.
God, Indiana sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been, but it sounds pretty lame. I'm not going to lie. Shout out to Ohio and Indiana. If you're from there and you're cool, let me know. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm assuming here. We've got church. What would you do if what's a biblical name? Isaac?
Malachi.
John? What if a guy named John approaches you and he's got, well, we don't even get his Instagram bio, but whatever. He's a very, Christ-loving man, which is fine. I'm all for
Swipe
people
left.
doing that. Not that. Okay, you guys have you met him at a bar. You met him out at a bar, right? He's very nice. Great guy. Seems very outgoing, caring, kind, considerate. You guys are vibing, and it's coming to the end of the night, and you're like, I'd really like to see you again. Like, what's up? And he's like, oh yeah, why don't I get your number? You give him your number, right? Text you the next day. It's a Sunday. He's like, hey, what if I pick you up in an hour? And you're like, okay. You're like, oh, we're gonna get brunch. I love
brunch.
Swings you up to Sunday service, 11:30, noon-ish. I don't know what time they do that at.
8:30 or 10:30 normally.
Okay, 10:30, 11. Let's say he pulls up a little fashionably late. What do you do? You're already in the car.
I get out of the car and I run home. I'm an atheist.
Okay. I'd probably go in just to.
I used to go to church. Me and Brendan used to go to church. This is before I decided, like, nope, I don't believe in this shit. My family goes to church. I love my family who does go to church. Yeah. No hate on them at all. They're great people.
Yeah, I don't think there's a problem with going to church.
No, there's not, but it's just when people believe certain things, like that transgender people are pedophiles or that Black Lives Matter is unholy.
Wow.
That's when I am like, nope, I'm not listening to your rants anymore.
That's fair.
Which wasn't said at my church, but I have seen very holy people say this stuff on the internet, and I'm like, nope, I don't believe that. I don't.
So that made you just want to disassociate completely.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I respect a lot of people. I mean, I personally don't subscribe to an organized religion, but it's not that I don't think that there isn't something of potentially mythical whatever going on. I don't know. I have no idea. But
that's like more agnostic or something.
Yeah, potentially more that. But I also don't really care right now.
There are bigger things to worry about.
But I think it's really cool that some people find peace in it. But I would probably for that scenario that I painted, I would probably go in
really?
and I don't know. I probably wouldn't do the. Freaks me out sometimes the singing in church. What's crazy is so many people that do church are so talented. Like they become, because they teach you at a young age. They teach you fucking how to sing. Yeah. They teach you piano. They teach you some great shit, which I wish I fucking was taught.
I used to go to church, and we used to sing before the service. So you know how a lot of churches, they start off and then they sing throughout the whole service? Nope. We would just start off, and these people are going ham and they're crying. And I'm like, what is going on
That's
now?
Awesome. Did you ever understand what they were saying? I mean, you had to sing too, probably.
So
right?
I didn't have to sing. They had they had like projector screens where you could see the words, and I would sing.
Church.
It wasn't that fancy.
Oh, okay.
But then when they started speaking in tongues, I was a little bit more like, I don't understand what's going on. So my aunt had to explain it to me.
What is that? What is tongues? Is that when they're speaking the weird?
Yeah.
Not weird.
It's like when the Holy Spirit like comes over you, I think. And the
Holy Spirit.
like they.
I don't know what but that vibe is kind of what. It's
don't
so
know how to explain
it's just a weird vibe for me.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's actually kind of interesting, but it's something that I never did because I'm like, this is kind of strange to me.
Yeah.
But basically these people would get so filled with the Holy Spirit and the Holy Spirit would just take over their bodies, basically. It's what
It's pretty invasive, honestly.
that's at least my understanding of it. I haven't been there in a very long time. I haven't really participated in the whole thing in a very long time. So honestly, though, no hate on them though. If any of them are watching, like, it's very cool. I respect your religious beliefs.
You know what's a bop that wasn't in church, like in mass? They didn't do this in mass, but this was I did like a Sunday school for like 2 weeks.
So you went twice?
Yeah, or 2 or 3, maybe 3 times. It wasn't more than 3 times. There was this one. It was like, God is there, 365. You never heard that one? God is here, 24/7. Like it was some funny shit.
I went to private school until I was 13.
So you probably had plenty of other bops about Jesus
I went
and his father.
So I went to Lutheran school up until I was in 4th grade, and that one had some bops. That one was pretty good. Lutheran school is pretty cool. And then I went to Catholic school.
Not as many bops.
No, Catholic school is more like organ.
Organs are sick though.
Not for church music.
Just the thing. Church music sounds really cool. It just the words are never. They got to work on the lyrical delivery.
We had contemporary services at the Lutheran school, so that was really cool. Like, they had the band, and
it's
they
like
had
some Kanye shit when he's doing the Sunday service and everyone's got the sick clothes. Dude, that shit looks awesome. I'm not even religious, but I'd throw up to be a part of that.
I'm confused in the whole Kanye religion thing. We should get into that another time.
Yeah, we'll get into it another time. But so we got more worse
Yeah.
places to take a first date. We had this was said twice. The movies or the movie theater.
That makes sense.
And people said because we've got one explanation here is you spend the most time not talking, which I agree 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, nobody gets to know each other is the other one. And I'd agree. I actually find that weird how it's like such a common thing and a common saying where people will be like, in movies, like maybe a guy leans in for a kiss at a party. She's like, take me to dinner and a movie first or something, that like cliche thing, whatever. Dinner, yeah, maybe. But I think like a movie in general, I love going to the movies. We go to the movies all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's.
You guys have been together for like 8 years though. So it's like.
Not. It's chill with the 8.
I don't know how.
It's been. It's been a lot.
Listen,
long
buddies,
time, but
I don't know. It's just been a long time.
it has been. Yeah, five
yeah,
is 15,
I can't math. What are you
fuck it.
talking about?
But I mean, like we've already been together on a first date. Going to the movies is I'll tell you what, too. Not only do you not get to know the other person, on a like speaking wise, you almost could say too much about yourself if you choose the movie.
Yeah, I did that.
Cause like here's the thing, you might pick a movie that you think they might like, but they're gonna think that you picked a movie that you liked. And what if you pick some wild shit that they fucking hate and they're like, this is not gonna fucking work. You did this. Okay, how'd you do this?
So my friend Dylan asked me to go to a movie. And first of all, I don't think going to a movie is that bad if it's followed up with dinner. Because then you go to the movie and then you have something to talk about afterwards. But if you're going straight just to a movie, no. I took him to go see 5 Feet Apart.
5 Feet Apart?
What with Cole Sprouse and they're like dying teenagers.
Oh my god! Some like super romantic like love.
I wanted to watch it. I like Cole Sprouse. I like Riverdale a lot. I know that doesn't really fit with my vibe.
You can't be making people fucking like bawling their eyes out about.
I cried so hard.
That's a terrible. That's like that is like the equivalent of like when The Notebook came out. Someone taking.
I was bawling.
Obviously, probably not as good as The Notebook, but
no, The Notebook's good. Oh my god, they die in each other's arms.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen that.
You want to know what? If you haven't seen The Notebook by now, you're just.
You probably just haven't had a girlfriend. That's what it is. So don't
I know
feel
a
too
lot
bad.
of people who are older than me who haven't had girlfriends. It is very insane to me.
They probably haven't seen The Notebook. If they haven't had a girlfriend.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Shout out to Elliot.
We've got Deborah actually said that she didn't mind church as a teenager. She says, my friends used to pick me up after with a case of beer and we'd play softball. See, now, if this was going on at the services I was at, maybe we'd be talking a little bit differently towards it. I agree. That sounds pretty sick.
That sounds pretty cool.
So we've got someone else said the worst place to take someone on a first date is Five Guys. No girl wants their dude to take them to Five Guys with that nasty ass food, especially on a date. I just read that is verbatim. What are your thoughts on that?
I love Five Guys.
You like Five Guys?
I love. I wouldn't want to go there on a fucking date though.
Yeah. How would you feel on a first date if some guy just kind of opened up? Let's go to Five Guys.
No.
What if he's I know a spot?
And then we pull up to Five Guys. Same thing with the church situation. I'm running home.
I wouldn't run home. I'd go in.
I like Five Guys though. It's just like, you know, like, oh my god, I don't want to cook. What do you want to eat?
As
Five
a girl,
Guys.
if you like, let's say like you took the initiative here, like maybe you asked the guy out, and then like you were kind of setting up this first date, maybe you were picking him up. Where are you taking a guy if you had to choose?
You want to know what I did?
We'll get to your worst one in a minute, but
you want to know what I did actually not too long ago? I was seeing a guy from Milwaukee, and he came to Janesville. And he came to Janesville, so I kind of was like, okay, I'll take the initiative. I drove. I actually took him to go to the Rock Aqua J water ski show, and because my sister skis. Yeah. And we they had this food truck rally going on, so there were a bunch of different food trucks to choose from. So that's what we did. And we went and we got South Padre seafood, and I got lobster mac and cheese, and he got some tacos, and then we watched a ski show. It was actually pretty cool.
It was probably a nice, warm, like summer night.
And he's like, this is actually kind of cool. Instead of like going to, because normally I'd be like, oh, let's go to a bar. Like my go-to bar around me is Lakeview. I love Lakeview. Or in the summertime, I like Lakeview. But if I'm gonna go to a bar right now, like on a date, I'd be like, let's go to Looking Glass or Draft House.
Maybe I don't drink, so maybe my perspective is skewed. But I don't feel like a bar is like a great idea for a first date.
I think it depends on the bar. Because like remember when you and I went to Draft House that one time when I was dating Brendan, because you wanted to see Brendan at work.
Oh yeah.
That kind of place, yes. You could go to.
Okay, yeah, something nicer like that. I guess, I guess that's fair. I'm thinking more. I guess like I wouldn't take somebody like a dive on a first date, you know.
Like Hammy's Roadside Bar in Janesville, Wisconsin.
I mean, that sounds like a dive. I've never been. Don't know what that looks like, but that sounds like what I was picturing. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Now your worst place that you said to take someone on a first date or to go to for a first date was Home Depot, and you said it's a true story that this happened to you. So explain this in start with, give me the start of like, this person asked me on a date and then we ended up, then explain how that all unfolded.
Okay, so I knew this kid from high school.
Stud?
And what?
Stud?
No.
Okay.
He's nice.
Ouch.
He's nice.
I'm sorry for you. Dude.
Just listen. The story gets even better. So I actually had him blocked on Snapchat. I unblocked him for some reason. I'm like, who the hell is this? So I unblocked him after I realized who it was.
He was nice. That's why
I had this really controlling boyfriend in high school who made me block all these people. So I unblocked him. I'm like, oh hey, and I'm like, hey, what's up? So we hung out. He asked me to go out on a date. I don't remember where we were supposed to go, but he said, hey, can we stop at Home Depot?
Damn.
And I'm like, for what?
That's
so like I'm walking into Home Depot. I don't even remember what we fucking got, but I was so fucking bored. And then I lived with the guy and moved to Appleton for him.
So dude, that fucking Home Depot is where you should be taking people.
No.
Dude. That's fucking, it worked. I mean,
I was bored. I was like 18 and I'm like, no.
But think about
I don't think I was even 18 yet. I think because my birthday is really late in the summer. I think I was still 17 and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go to Home Depot.
But think about it. It took you maybe not specifically Home Depot, but people should take notes right here. This is a great way to make yourself seem more interesting. Take someone to a place where they have zero interest in being there and will be bored out of their minds, like you were in Home Depot. Yeah. And then it'll make your dull personality seem more interesting. And it worked. You ended up moving to Appleton for this guy. So pretty successful chess move on his part. I mean, eventually, he fell out of favor with you, but he did his best.
Yeah, we broke up, and then
stuff happened.
It's been a whirlwind of shit.
Things happened. There. Speaking of, you've got. There's no more people that maybe know have watched previous episodes with you on. Know that you were at one time you had started a YouTube channel. Actually, first you had a blog.
Yes.
The Tay Hagemann blog.
Yes. Shirt's right there.
The shirt is hanging up here on the set.
Hell yeah.
Then you added a YouTube channel
Yep.
with that, which was Tay Hagemann originally.
Yeah, it was like the same name, yeah.
It was
And
the
then I
same name.
changed it.
And then you changed it from Tay Hagemann to Midwest Depressed.
Yes. And then I changed the blog to Midwest Depressed as well.
Okay. And now those are both dead,
Dead.
gone.
Gone.
What is the reason for that?
Okay, so Tay Hagemann blog, that was just a really long name. It was my name and then blog at the end. So like that's just a really long
It's a
name.
handful. It'd be hard to put that on a shirt or a sign. I mean, you did put it on this shirt.
I put it on that shirt, yeah.
It fit, actually, you know what? Yeah, it is a little bit small font, but it does fit on this fine.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. It's, you know, I guess it was fine. It's whatever. But then Midwest Depressed, like, people were like, that is such a cool name.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Very
So all I
marketable.
wanted to do was put it on a t-shirt. Like, that's all I wanted. Like, I'm Midwest Depressed. And then somebody, there was this guy. The best ideas happen in my parents' old hot tub, right? So I was sitting there with this guy. And he's like, you want to know what would be really cool? And I said, what? And he said, if you made Midwest Depressed the name of your YouTube channel before anybody else does that. And I'm like, you're right, I'm going to do that. So I did it. So it was Tay Hagemann blog and Midwest Depressed. And then it all just was together. And then when me and my fiance broke up, Midwest Depressed just kind of was on the back burner for me. And I really neglected it for a really long time. And didn't really know what to do.
Kind of stopped posting, you know.
I
so-
stopped posting. I didn't know what to post. I felt like I was in a rut talking about the same thing. Like talking about my shitty ex-boyfriend who, you know, abused the fuck out of me, and talking about, you know, just how sad I was all the time. And I'm like, there's so much going on in my life right now where I cannot even write posts about because I don't want my this type of business being out there.
Yeah.
And then, oh, when did I switch over again?
What was the so we've got because then you went from that to where we are now.
Yeah,
I
so
believe,
then we
right?
went
So
there
we're
from-
Sad Girl Next Door right now.
Yes.
Is the name of the channel going to be the name of your new podcast you're
Yes.
starting up?
Yes.
What is the like? What is that? What is that for? What does that mean for someone that is maybe just like, I like this girl. She seems funny on this podcast.
Mhm.
Like, what does that mean to them? What
What, like
should that
sad-
mean?
what's
Sad
it-
Girl Next Door. What does that mean? Why the switch? What can people expect? I guess.
The switch was, I was just going to be under my name, Tay Hagemann. That's all I was going to do. Just, that's what my website is, tayhagemann.com. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just me.
You ever think about going to Lil Tay?
No.
Do you know Lil Tay?
Yeah, I was just going to say, isn't that a thing
You
already?
should collab with her.
No, I'm okay.
I think she got in a lot of trouble. I think her parents went to jail
Yeah.
because her parents were like luxury real estate agents. So for people that don't know, there was this little girl named Lil Tay, Instagram famous as fuck. She would be flexing on people with like bands in her fucking hand, doing the Cash Money phone, Lambos behind her in front of these crazy fucking mansions. She'd be like, "I'm Lil Tay, and I got a fucking mansion. I got this Lamborghini. Fuck you, hater." Blah blah blah. That's literally it. And then she'd be done with the video. It came to people's attention that her parents were these luxury real estate agents that were actually letting her use their clients who were like listing their houses for sale. She was filming her videos in front of these houses, so it was completely fake. She made all her money by faking that she had money, and then I think her parents ended up losing a lot of money and potentially getting let go by their firms. That's allegedly. I don't know that last part, but
I know. I don't
kind of
know
crazy.
anything
But
about
it's okay.
that.
So it was gonna be Tay Hagemann, and now it is.
Yeah.
You decided Sad Girl Next Door. Why?
Because I I feel like I'm gonna take away the magic if I tell you what I did.
You put in a random name generator. Okay. That's hey, that's fair. It's
It said, "What are some key words?" And I said, "Depression."
okay. You asked. Would you do it on Ask the Public or?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember. I just like looked up like podcast name generator.
Nice.
And it was like mental health, depression, and it said "Sad Girl Next Door."
Wow.
And I'm like, mine.
Maybe it's meant to be. You know, Childish Gambino got his rap name from a Wu-Tang name generator.
I did hear that. I
Yeah.
heard that. Yeah. So
So maybe, you know, hopefully we wish you the same amount of success as he's had in his endeavors with this podcast.
we'll see. I guess we'll have to see, huh?
But so okay, so Sad Girl Next Door, you like the sound of it, you like the ring to it.
Yep.
I want to ask you then, Who in your mind are some examples of maybe the coolest sad girls, or what it embodies to be a sad girl? Is there a sad girl that maybe you look up to? That's like really killing it?
I don't know if Bailey Sarian is a sad girl or not, but if she
Who is that?
you don't know who Bailey Sarian is?
You want to look that up, McKenna? Maybe we can.
Oh
pull
my
it up.
God. It's Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Monday.
She like a poppin' influencer?
I love her. No, so
oh no! Oh shit!
well, kind of. I don't know. So I found her somehow on YouTube, and she does a show called Murder, Mystery, and Makeup, and she sits down in front of the camera. She researches a true crime story to like the fullest extent, and she does her makeup at the same time. She doesn't go through and be like, okay, this is the eyeshadow that I'm using now. She literally just talks about the story. Her first ever story was the Chris Watts case. So she went into all the details about Chris Watts, and because she was very fascinated with it, not in a weird way, but just like in a who the hell could do that to their wife and kids, you know? And she says, if you want to know what products or brushes I'm using or whatever, it's linked in the description. I'm not gonna interrupt my story to tell you that I'm using this type of makeup. Yeah. It's just really cool. And then she makes some really cool makeup looks.
She ever look into the Zodiac Killer?
I think she did do the Zodiac Killer.
Did you see that movie on Netflix, Zodiac? It was fucking...
The one with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah, dude, that movie came out...
That was from like 07.
Yeah, but that's what... I never fucking saw it, but how crazy is that they got fucking Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, and fucking Jake Gyllenhaal in the same movie. Like, those are the three leads. And those guys all go on to be fucking Marvel superheroes or supervillains. And, like, literally the next year is when both The Incredible Hulk and Iron Man came out. Obviously, Mark wasn't The Incredible Hulk originally, but still super cool. Blew my mind. And the movie was really good. And the Zodiac thing is fucked up. I didn't know that he never got caught.
I think that just actually...
There was just a breakthrough the other day where they think it's somebody else.
And he's dead.
Is the new guy that they
found?
Oh,
a new guy? There's a new one now? There was the old guy that they thought was dead.
That guy did die. His name, I forget his name, but basically for people that don't know what I'm talking about, there was this guy, very famous dude named the Zodiac Killer.
Who wouldn't know who that is, though?
Well, I mean, I didn't know until this fucking movie I watched the other day. Like, I'd never heard of it. So I didn't know. But yeah, so it was...
Was my face really funny in that?
For people that don't know, the Zodiac Killer was this, like, infamous serial killer that killed potentially over 13 or so people, and
Pete says he died.
Would write that guy, that's what the guy that was their prime suspect originally died, but there was a thing literally came out like 3 or 4 days ago that was they think it was somebody else.
Oh, I was in the Northwoods. I didn't get that notification.
Yeah, it was on I forget which news station.
I was getting drunk.
Yeah. But pretty crazy.
Oh, that's a funny story.
Now, McKenna, do you have who that is that she pulled up as a sad girl? Famous sad girl?
I don't know if she's a sad girl, but...
Does Billie Eilish count as a sad girl?
Dude, Billie Eilish can suck my ass.
What?
So Bailey Sarian has almost 6 million subs, so she's
so she's a poppin'.
She's,
Can you pull her up so the people can see her?
Yeah, what do I click?
I love her.
It's the tier list one. And then you can flip it around so I can see what she... I don't know what
I'm
she looks
not
like.
a Billie Eilish fan.
Not a Billie Eilish fan? She's definitely a sad girl, though.
She's 17. She can't be a...
She's like 19 now.
Oh. Is she really?
Okay, this is Bailey Sarian. This is her?
Bailey Sarian.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you want to just, like... Can you go to, like, images? Like, maybe Google images?
Oh.
Just so we could see, like... So
I can't see now.
People can get an idea of, like, what she is about. And then we'll pull up some other famous sad girls. Who's another famous sad girl?
Famous sad girl.
Who's the coolest? I mean, I'll ask the audiences too. Who's the coolest sad girl, maybe sad boy? Are sad boys allowed to watch your podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody can anybody can be on my podcast, honestly.
Okay.
People can.
This is her.
Her
this is her.
Awesome.
Click one of them just so that people can. Oh, I guess it's not really making it full screen, but that's fine. Yeah, that's her. Okay.
Yeah, she's really
Bailey Sarian. That's how you say it?
Yeah.
I'll shout out to her. Not that she needs it. She's fucking very much killing it.
She is.
Who's another famous? Why don't you don't fucking type in sad girl? Why don't you switch scenes and
yeah,
type in
no,
sad girl?
I wouldn't type in sad girl on the internet. You're gonna find something.
What do you think it means to be a sad girl?
I don't know. I feel like I'm a sad girl in a sense where it's like I'm really. I kind of use my mental health and my mental illnesses and my trauma as a huge fucking joke sometimes. But I love that. I love that I can do that.
That would make me a sad girl as well then, if that's the criteria.
Aren't you? I mean, you had a whole your album Haze. Wasn't that kind of like a sad boy album?
Yeah, there was some sad songs. It wasn't all sad though.
No, it wasn't all sad.
You think
but
that
I mean,
one was
like,
sad? This one's way.
But no,
sadder.
I'm just saying, like I because I listened to it because you were on my old show.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I can. When you're putting your stuff out there, like when you're putting your demons out there for people, I think that can qualify you as a sad girl or a sad boy.
Yeah, that's fair.
My ex-fiance is a sad boy.
Hey, more power to him.
I don't care. I mean, more power to him.
I probably am right there with him, man. I'm a sad girl as well.
He's here. You're probably like right here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be on brand with the sad girl movement, sad boy vibes.
Is Pete a sad boy?
It's
He said
Pat.
sad.
It's
Pat.
Pat.
I'm sorry. I always do that.
I thought you were saying P before.
like PP,
You've been
the
calling this
cat.
guy the wrong name the whole fucking show.
I've been calling him the wrong fucking name for 3 years.
Put some respect on P Dizzy's name. That's Pat. That's my boy.
I'm sorry. I'm not. This is not the first time that I've called him Pete on accident.
That's fair, man. That's crazy.
I've literally said to you, "What's his name, Pete?" And you're like, "No, it's Pat." I'm
Damn.
sorry, Pat. Pat. I think Pat's a sad boy because he just said sad boy vibes.
Maybe. Oh man, I thought maybe he was commenting on me about that. But
I
McKenna,
don't know.
Who do you think is a famous sad girl? Is there one that comes to mind that you have an idea of?
Tay Hagemann.
Well, I just Urban Dictionary'd it.
Yeah.
And like Lana Del Rey comes up, Billie Eilish.
Ooh, pull that up. Pull up that definition. I'll read that out loud for people.
Okay.
Unless you want to just read it.
I feel like
No.
Billie Eilish
Okay.
is a wannabe sad girl. I don't know.
I mean,
She rubs me the wrong way.
Oh, you can't see.
What do you not like about Billie Eilish? Man, you hate. Who did you hate last time? You hated Oprah.
Fucking hate Oprah.
I remember that. We talked about that. And there was somewhat of a valid reason for that. But this one I don't get, man. I love Billie Eilish.
I think I'm just jealous because she's like 12 and she's famous.
She's 18 or 19 and famous. Yeah. Okay. Sad girl. Can you make that a little bit bigger? I don't know if you're able to see that.
I can't see anything.
No, here,
How?
McKenna. Why don't you just? I guess yeah.
Who the heck is Loretta? Oh, Loretta Lynn.
There
Okay,
you
that
go.
makes
Yeah,
more
make
sense.
it
I'm like,
like-
who the hell is Loretta?
There you go.
Oh.
And then you can just go to full screen and it'll make it better. All right,
Does
sad
that
girl.
go bigger?
Aloof. Sad girl means aloof, self-possessed, and reserved. May seem pretentious, but is actually shy. Her calm demeanor masks her social anxiety. The sexiest thing about her is her mysterious nature, and other sad girls and sad boys will gravitate towards her.
This is fact. And you want to know why I know that? I know this for a fact. You want to know what? Crazy follows this bitch wherever she goes. And yes, sad girl.
This is
That is
that.
me. You want to know what? I just get called mysterious all the time. I'm swiping through Tinder, right? And I don't like Tinder. I fucking hate Tinder and I hate dating. But I'm swiping through Tinder and I'll get some match and like, wow, you're so mysterious.
Do you wear like a top hat or something that makes you look mysterious in the?
I don't know.
Because that's what when I picture mysterious, I picture like
It might be my Judas Priest t-shirt or my black eyeliner or whatever because that's what I normally wear. I'm wearing my ex-fiance's Thrasher t-shirt and nothing else today, you know, no makeup or anything so I don't look mysterious. But like
Oh, you gotta say shout out to him if you're gonna
yeah,
rep his shirt.
shout out to B. Yeah, shout out to B. What a good guy. But like these people are like, you're so mysterious. And I'm like, what the fuck does mysterious mean?
Mysterious.
I had this one guy say, wow, you're such a good looking goth bitch. And now I am a self-proclaimed big titty goth bitch.
Wow, nice. That's really cool. I don't know what to say to that.
Buddy, you don't need to comment. It's fine.
fair.
It's just, I needed to be said.
That's fair.
So you know some things just need to be said.
What
Oh yeah, look up sad
okay,
boy.
Yeah, we'll get sad boy, and then we'll pull that one up as well. And so do you? So I mean, you said that people think you're mysterious, then, and you know you've got the new podcast coming out very soon. Sad Girl Next Door.
Sad Girl Next Door.
You know you're doing other endeavors as well. Are you still? I saw it wasn't that long ago. I thought you just had something posted again by the Mighty.
Yeah.
So you're still gonna be writing then on the blog?
Yep.
Okay.
Very seldomly do I right now, just because I'm trying to figure out what I want to write.
You could always, I mean, well, we'll talk about it off air, but you can always transcribe your podcast as well. I know people do. So a lot of people do that. I
Mhm.
don't do that, but you could. So we've got Sad Boy. Oh, she's pulling it up. Let me know when you got it. Okay. Okay.
Made what too big? What are you talking about?
It's she's got it on a screen so that the people can see what we're looking at. Pete is Reese's cat.
What
Come
does that
on.
mean?
We have a friend named Reese. Oh damn, you don't know who Reese is.
Oh yeah, no. I'm like, who the heck is Reese?
Shout out Reese, man. I gotta talk to that guy.
I'm
I haven't
sorry,
talked, I
Pat.
haven't talked to Reese in forever. I'd love to see him.
I'm
okay,
really sorry.
So I need people to let me know, is this me? Or is this you? Is this potentially you? Sad boy. A sad boy is defined as typically a young teen guy that listens to music such as cloud rap or vaporwave.
Brendan.
They also enjoy wearing black and white clothes with sad faces or Japanese lettering.
Brendan.
Some even wear bucket hats and enjoy drinking Arizona iced tea. They are generally depressed and long for a girl to fix that. However, they somewhat enjoy the fact that they are sad.
Brendan.
Hey, this is no slander to my guy Brendan.
No, I appreciate him.
Yeah,
You know that.
I
I
know that.
appreciate him.
I know that things happen, and
Good
I
guy.
think
No,
he's
such a good guy.
I think
Shout
he's a
out,
good dude.
Shout out to B. No, seriously, such a good guy. No, this is not you. This isn't you. Just fully for the fact that unless
he wants a girl because he is a sad boyum. I don't know what that is about, but shout out Reese, and it's okay, no worry. Okay, that's what Pat said. Yeah. So do you find yourself gravitating towards sad boys then on Tinder
I do.
and everything like that?
I do, and I don't like it.
What's something that you see about them that maybe this didn't describe that you see in a lot of these people that you are matching with on Tinder that are sad boys?
Tattoos. A lot of these sad boys have tattoos. They just
listen to
long
Blink 182.
Yeah.
They like MGK.
They'll listen to a lot of like indie music, or they will listen to a lot of pop punk, but really not Blink 182 or MGK, more like Hawthorne Heights or
The Neighborhood.
No, The Neighborhood's not pop punk. They're
I mean, they
alt.
had some like indie.
They're indie alt.
Okay.
But yes, The Neighborhood, yes. So they all be but like they'll listen to music that I listen to, right? And it's like you can't have two messed up people together, okay? I've figured this out, okay? And no hate to any of my past relationships except for one, because I hate him.
Okay.
I hate him with a burning passion because of what he did to me.
Holy shit, but no hate though, bro. No hate.
To the one that I just got my story
I know,
published by him. That one, that one
yeah.
we don't like. But what I've noticed with these men is that like there's just so many problems that I have that I'm trying to fix, and that they have that they're trying to fix, and two broken people do not fix each other.
Are you saying to avoid Mr. Struggle right now?
If you are also Mr. Struggle or Miss Struggle, avoid.
Okay, I thought you were about to fully agree with that unironically, and I was gonna have to roast the fuck. Have you seen Girl Defined? You know who Girl Defined is?
Do you think I know that?
No. Okay, so you gotta look this up when we're done.
Do I
Girl
have to?
Defined. If you guys haven't seen this video, it's an old but a great one. Girl Defined. That's Cringe by Cody Ko and Noel Miller.
Okay.
They roasted there's this channel called Girl Defined, and they just went in. It's hilarious. But okay, so we're approaching. We're at the hour mark, Taylor. What are some things what is something that we didn't get to that maybe you needed to get off your chest here before we wrap? Because that's pretty much all I've got for you today.
I feel like I talked about it a little too much, but just as we said, life goes on and things happen. When I was mentioning,
what's a piece of advice you could give our viewers today?
One thing that one thing that I have really realized is that self-forgiveness is so helpful with things that maybe you messed up on, or you hurt somebody, and you're really struggling with that, and you're just kind of beating yourself up about it, and other people are beating you up about it, which has happened to me very recently. And I've luckily been kind of thriving, I don't want to say fully, because we all have our issues, but on that note, on that side of things, I've been very thriving because I've been able to forgive myself.
How do you do it? How did you forgive yourself?
Stop worrying about it. I know that literally is just, it's
not
easier
compute.
It's easier said than done, but like people were throwing it in my face. I don't know how many times I've talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've had to explain my side of things. The other thing was accepting that I'm not going to get closure for other things. And, you know, there's no talking it out
Yeah, that's
with
fair.
the other person. So it's just, you know, I've explained my side of the story with certain things a billion times, and I've you know, realized what I've had to, and I've forgiven myself for it.
That's a good piece of advice. I know I've gone through, I've lost some people close to me in the last couple of years here, and so it's been, you know, I feel exactly what you're saying, and sometimes you don't get to speak with them and have that closure, that last conversation of like, hey, this is where things stand. And I think that's a great piece of advice, to be able to sort of forgive yourself for maybe the things that you did do wrong, or maybe the things that, even if you didn't necessarily do something wrong, maybe just forgive yourself for how the situation went. Because I know for myself, and I feel like maybe a lot of people that are empathetic towards situations, we maybe put a microscope on our actions and don't want to forgive ourselves for the things we did, not realizing that you know, the whole situation's not our fault.
I think you have to look at the bigger picture in some of these situations, especially. I mean, I put my video out there, which has now been deleted so that people can't go back and leave nasty comments on it, because, you know. But
so for people that don't know, you had a somewhat of a public-ish nasty breakup, and then you made a video explaining kind of what happened, and it
was my side of the story, and you know, people were like, oh, you're only telling half truths and whatever, and I put what I needed. I put what I needed to out there. And in the long run, though, the other half actually had a conversation with me at that point, because we were still talking, and that video came out, and he's like, you know what, I do kind of appreciate that you put that out there, because it was super messed up. I'm not to blame. I'm not all to blame, but I definitely made a lot of mistakes, and I learned a big lesson, knowing that, you know, you can't have your cake and eat it too. People are like, oh, you know, they say that all the time. Like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm like, oh,
that's what it means.
I finally realized what that means. And I lost a good one, and but the next one will be better.
That's a great way to look at it. I want to say thank you, Taylor, for coming back on. I want to also say thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight, or who is listening days after, watching days after. I want to take a second to thank our patrons for supporting the channel. If you're interested in becoming a patron and supporting the channel while getting exclusive access to content that's only over there on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/DarrenRita. We post videos behind the scenes on a lot of the stuff that we do. I also have a series where I break down every single one of my songs and how I make them. We break down in the software how we do it. We also have some podcasts that are available only over there on Patreon, as well as some other fun stuff like Lego builds and vlogs and stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that, you can literally join and help support the channel for as little as $1 a month. So go check it out. It's at, again, patreon.com/DarrenRita. And one last time, say thank you to Kenosha Auto Insurance for sponsoring this episode. And this has been the 120th episode of the dtalks podcast. So I will see you guys